gardening tools will see your way out there, Kath. It's a crying shame. I've just been telling Kevin here he ought to get down to it. Put some real hard work into that garden. It'd pay for itself over and over again. Grow your own vegetables.
Oh, we always used to, but Kevin hasn't got the time.
Your husband found the time, didn't he? I used to find the time before my back went. And I'm darn sure we were both every bit as busy as young fella Meladia. Yeah. I thought you young people were supposed to be into organically grown vegetables these days.
Not especially, no.
Well, you ought to be then. Mother-to-be and not bothered about growing your own fresh vegetables and fruit.
Oh, we could keep a goat or two if you really put our minds to it.
Not such a daft idea either. I mean, goat's milk is very digestible and nourishing.
Oh, I didn't know you went in for that sort of thing, Mr. Dobson.
Well, I don't. Not personally, but then it doesn't matter much at my age. My eating habits are set.
Oh, I see. So you tuck into the steak and chips and we're left with the yoghurt and raw carrots.
You'd be darn sight healthier if you did.
No, thanks. I think we'll take our chance.
Ah.
Sherry?
Oh, thanks, Kath. I was just about ready for this.
Well, supper won't be long.
No, what you could really do with out there is a nice little greenhouse. I'll send one over. Kevin can put it up.
Eh?
Well, it won't take you long once you've got the foundations laid. Then you can grow your own tomatoes and plants for the house. And that's where I can really be of some help. Because what I don't know about chrysanthemums isn't worth knowing. Take all the prizes at the local show. I've done for years. Hey, I'm surprised your husband didn't mention it to you.
Oh, Arthur didn't go in for flower shows much. No, he just enjoyed it for its own sake, showing things.
Yeah, very laudable. But perhaps he never got bitten by the bug. Yeah, but once you do, oh, it gets into your blood.
What does?
Well, the battle for first. I produced one of the finest Marion Stacys that King's Oak had ever seen in the history of the society. Won a cup.
Great, you must have been pleased.
Who?
This Marion Stacey.
It's a chrysanthemum, lad. A purple-red reflexed decorative chrysanth.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
Oh, it is. Lovely. And that's what you're going to grow out there in your new little greenhouse. And I'm going to teach you all I know. Yeah, that's my surprise.
That's a very fetching dress.
Yeah, quite an old one.
Oh, would you? Yes? Just a moment, I'll see. Your husband.
Oh, Stan. Here. Hello, Stan. Yes, but I thought... Would you like... Yes, of course I remembered, but I just didn't realise that you meant... Well, that's why I'm not there, isn't it? Well, how long have I got? Right. Straight away, then. Right, bye. I'm in a bit of a fix.
You always are in a fix when he hovers over the horizon.
Yes, well, he's hovering all the way to Germany tonight. Oh, it's my fault. I just didn't realise that he's actually taking Sarah Jane with him. I thought she was going to be here for a couple of weeks with his wife.
Well, it's very good of him to let you know at the last minute, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll have to just fly if I'm going to see her before she goes. But the thing is, I'm having dinner with Adam.
I know.
He's going to think I've got cold feet.
Look, the important thing is to go and see your daughter. Don't waste time worrying about Adam. I'll explain to him. Or did you want to have dinner with him so very much?
No, of course I didn't.
Oh, well, I'll try not to tell him that when I explain about Sarah Jane. Where are you going to meet him, in the bar?
Yes, around 8.
OK. Leave him to me.
Thanks, Val.
Oh, Jill.
Sorry, I'm in a hurry.
Oh, well. Will you and your husband...
Require your table for dinner tonight? No. My husband's having dinner with business friends in town.
I see. So it's a table just for yourself, then?
Perhaps yes. And perhaps no.
Would you know if Jill was on her way to the bar?
Why?
Well, I just thought she might like to see the menu in advance.
Let me see the menu.
Certainly.
Oh, no. I think she'll decide more easily at the table.
Her booking was for 2. Do you know who her dinner guest might be?
Why?
Well, if I knew who it was, I might be able to ascertain what his or her favorite dish is and make sure it was done properly.
You do better not to be so inquisitive, Paul.
What you call inquisitive, I call professional interest. It's all very right and subtle, and I would have thought highly laudable.
And in this case, rather misplaced.
I don't understand you.
No, you're not meant to.
Mrs. Pollard, obviously you know something I don't.
Oh, I know a great deal that you don't.
Oh, I'm sure. But about this instance and tonight and the booking, if there is something I should know about the booking...
Well, you know what they say about the best-laid plans of mice and men.
You're being very mysterious.
Then you'd do better to get about your business, Paul.
All I want is a sensible, answer.
Then give me a sensible question.
Who is her dinner guest tonight?
Why didn't you ask her?
Well, she was in a hurry, you saw.
Well, you could have caught up with her. Never known you not be able to catch up with a woman when you wanted to before.
When you're flippant, I always accept the very worst.
How very perceptive of you, Paul.
If they don't come in soon, it won't be worth eating.
Well, he's enjoying himself.
Well, Kevin isn't. It's not fair when we spent all day getting this place ready, and then Percy Dobson's got him digging a perishing trench for his flaming greenhouse.
Well, at least he didn't offer us Archie Gibbs. You ought to be grateful for that.
You know what he's doing, don't you? Once he's got that thing in the garden, he'll be around every 5 minutes checking up on his plants. Why couldn't you say you didn't want it? Put your foot down.
Well, he was so excited about it, I didn't like to disappoint him.
It's just a way of getting his feet under the table. I think it's disgusting.
There's nothing disgusting about chrysanthemums.
Boring blooming flowers, anyway. I mean, how can anybody in their right mind get excited about chrysanthemums? Especially them big, shaggy things. I can just see you the night before a flower show with your curling tongs, putting their heads in paper bags to keep them waving. Oh, it's a wonderful way to spend an evening.
Oh, you do go on, Glenda.
I just want you to know what you're letting yourself in for. It's not to say you're fond of him. You're not, are you?
No, not in that way. But I've got to like him a lot better now I know him, and I feel sorry for him, you know. He hasn't got much of a life. I mean, money in the bank's all very well, but it's not worth much if you haven't got anybody to share it with, you know.
I can't stand much more of this. He's out there telling me what a wonderful mother-in-law I've got, what a lovely home, how lucky I am to be part of a family like... As if I need him to tell me that. He makes me sick.
You haven't left him out on his own, have you?
Why? You afraid next door's cat will get him?
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Kevin, leaving him like that. It's very rude.
Well, it's my garden. I don't want a flaming greenhouse.
Listen, don't let her hear you say that.
Why not? It's the way I feel.
It's not your garden, is it? As she was so careful to point out to me yesterday. You ought to get down to the Building Society, Kevin. Get something in writing. Anything could happen.
Eh?
Well, you never know. She just said she quite likes him.
Oh, that'd be the last straw, that would. I am not calling Percy Dobson Dad.
Mandy, same again, please, but make it a single this time.
Have you seen Jill?
Why?
Nobody else seems to have seen her.
Well, what's the urgency as far as
She has a
concerned?
table booked, and I find it difficult to hold. I mean, the restaurant's full otherwise, and if a regular blows in...
Yeah,
I'll have
Paul,
to let-
can you give it another 10 minutes? And then I'll give up too.
You?
Yes, I think I've been stood up.
Ah, well. Would you like to see the menu?
No, I'll probably wind up the staff dinner with you, eating what's left.
Hello, Mrs. Pollard.
Oh, thank you, Mandy. That was very quick of you. You must have seen me coming.
That was mine, in fact.
Oh, then let me get you one. Same again, please, Mandy.
Hasn't your husband told you?
Told me what?
He failed to buy me out of this place early this evening.
Yes, he told me. But I thought I'd come over to join you because I couldn't help overhearing you say to Paul that you were expecting to dine with Jill tonight.
You have remarkable ears.
Or perhaps I'm just very good at lip reading. Well, here we are. 2 wallflowers together.
Aren't you dining with your husband?
What shall we do tonight to liven up proceedings? Shall we surprise everyone? After all, who are the 2 people least likely to want to eat together than you and I? And 2 people more likely to realize that if we keep avoiding each other as if we were in a jungle, it'll be absolutely ruinous to the digestion.
Oh, I'd be glad to dine with you, Valerie.
Oh.
Except I'm sure that Jill will turn up.
I'm sure she won't. You see, I saw her charging off into the night, dressed to kill, a very long time ago. And I think the engagement she was rushing to had driven the engagement she had with you right out of her pretty little head. Oh, Paul.
Yes?
Mrs. Harvey won't be requiring her table for dinner tonight, but Mr. Chance and I will.
As you wish. As you wish.
I'm gonna have a go at her when she comes back. She's gone and double booked about 3 jobs.
Yeah, well, look, I'll tell you what we'll do. Nobby and I will take the 2 big jobs. What's it, that gearbox and that transmission fowler, okay? That only leaves 2 services. How's that?
Well, I'll probably do one of the services before dinner. Over there.
That'll be great. That'll be a great help.
I'll do
Look,
what
can
I
you
can.
start on that Maxie's in a bit of a hurry?
Maxie.
Great.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Banks.
Miss Metcalf, not about?
Oh, she's gone to pick a car up. Be back about 11 o'clock.
Oh, well, I'll see you later. And what I really came about was the current accounts.
Ah, she said you might be calling for those. Ah, here they are.
Oh, thanks, Mac. I'll get over them with David Hunter. Look, can one of the lads give my car a clean? It's a bit filthy.
Bit awkward, Mr. Banks, because Benny normally does all the valeting, and he's not arrived in yet.
It's unusual for Benny.
He's not normally late. I'll give his Diggs a ring.
Yes, do, Mac. Hope he's not ill.
As you might expect. Anyway, tell you what I'll do. I'll give it a wash, you know, in between all the other things I gotta do, if you like.
Thanks, Sid. I'll be very grateful.
Okay, pleasure.
You never miss a trick, do you?
Not if I can help it, mate. Are we ringing the prices?
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a try.
Listen, when Benny was in yesterday, then, was he all right?
Yeah, fine.
Well, he's probably just lying in bed. He's overslept, I expect.
Well, I hope you're right. Oh, it's engaged. I'll try later.
No point in trying. He'll be in here working by the time we get through.
You get more beautiful every day, do you know that? No, you used to be a right dumpy little pudding, didn't you?
Shall be again soon.
What's that?
Nothing. Well, look, I've lost count now.
Oh, yeah. What you doing? Dipping your hand in the till?
I'm checking my cash float.
Is that what you call it? Listen, Glenda, I want a favour.
You'll be lucky.
Not that kind of favour. I want a car for a few days.
Oh, don't look at me. I haven't got one.
Well, isn't there some sort of arrangement between the motel and the garage?
Hmm?
Well, slipping, aren't they?
Well, look, Mr. Banks is over there. Have a word with him. He might be able to fix you up.
I'll just do that. All right, Squire?
Oh, good morning.
You're just the man I want to see.
Really?
I need some wheels.
Well, tell him at the garage what size and...
No, you don't follow. I want a car. I need to hire a car.
Ah.
You know how it is. Without your own vehicle, you're lumbered, aren't you, eh? Late nights, public transport, forget it.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we can't help you there.
Well, couldn't you rent me something?
We're not in that line of business.
Well, maybe you should look into it, eh? Could be a good earner. You got nothing on the forecourt you could swing my way? I'll pay you top whack.
Now, as you know, it's all a question of insurances.
No, we put it on a QT. Anything goes wrong, it's down to me, isn't it?
I'm afraid it's impossible.
All right. Just thought I'd ask. Have to look elsewhere then, won't I?
Sorry.
All right.
Bit of a dry old stick, isn't he, eh?
He's a very nice man, and he also happens to be my father-in-law.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, forgot all about that. No, he's a smashing fella, actually. Bit of a roving eye, by all accounts. Get me in a garage, would you?
Oh.
Have to speak to some friends in high places.
Garage?
Hello there, Mac. It's me, the one and only.
Oh, hello, Eddie.
Well, don't sound too happy to hear me. Listen, I want a favour.
Look, I'm busy at the moment.
There's no time involved.
What kind of favor do you want?
I want to hire a car for a couple of days.
Well, we don't hire cars, Eddie.
No, I know all about that. I know. I've just been told, good and clear. Now, what I thought was, you know, we could do a little deal on the side.
No, we can't, Eddie.
What do you want now?
He wants to hire a car.
Listen, are you talking to Sharon?
No, look, we just haven't got the facilities here, man.
Look, it's worth 50 in your hand.
It's not a question of the money.
Oh, you could do with it, couldn't you?
Yes, I know I could, but look, I use my car every day, and there's no way I could let you have one of the firms.
Oh, thank you for a helping hand.
Look, why don't you try one of the big firms in Brown?
With my licence, listen, mate, it reads like a catalogue of disasters. They wouldn't look at me.
Yeah, I'd like to help, Eddie, but you know how it is.
Yeah, my heart bleeds.
Sid? Sid?
No joy?
Nah. Don't know what mates are for nowadays, eh? Can't rely on anybody. Sheesh. Here, your bloke got a car. Kevin.
Yes, he
Oh,
has.
do you want to make a few bob?
Well, the thing is...
It's 50 in the hand.
Well, it's not really his, you see.
Hey, whose is it?
Well, it was my dad's, and he left it to my brother, but he's away.
It's wills I want, darling, not a family history.
Sorry. You'll find something somewhere.
Yeah, I know, darling. I always do, don't I?
Hey, Eddie.
Hello, dear.
I hear you're looking for a motor, right?
That's right. Why? You got some ideas?
May have.
We'll have a natter, shall we?
Sure, where?
In the bar?
Oh, well, no, I think they frown on that a bit, you know, us fellas workers going in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just the guy to sort out a frown, aren't I? Come on, let's get in there.
Come on.
Right then. Hello there, darling. Do 8 cappuccinos.
Yes, sir, right away.
Could give that a bit of bother.
Well, I wouldn't bother. She's already spoken for, Eddie.
Yeah, aren't they all? Right, then. What's this little proposition?
Well, I was there when you were on the blower to Mac, you know, about the car, and I thought, well, if you're in stuck, maybe I can help out.
Oh, yeah, well, we've got a big-hearted fella here.
Well, how long do you want it for?
A week or so.
What's in it for me?
What are you getting me?
The best. You can have my car. It's a real hot rod.
25.
I heard 50.
Did you now?
Yeah, well, 25's not worth it. Not worth the risk, is it? I mean, I got the bus fares and all the aggro and things like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but after all, you're scratching round, aren't you, Eddie?
Shut up and count that.
I don't need to count it. Just tell me how much is there.
50, 5-0. If I need it any longer, I'll put some more up.
Okay, that's a deal. Yeah. Will you be driving it far?
Not far. Quite near. And quite often.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Perry. No, we haven't got anything for this week at all. Oh, yeah, day after tomorrow could fit you in, actually. Is that okay by you? Yeah, that'll be fine by us, yes. But if you bring it in first thing in the morning, yes, early as you can. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, bye. What time of day do you call this, then?
Sorry, they wanted to talk to me somewhere.
Who did?
Please.
Look, you better sit down, mate, and tell us what happened.
It's Mrs. Price. We had to make a lot of phone calls. Doctor, ambulance, relations. Terrible, Mac.
No, hang on. Mrs. Price, what happened to her?
Don't rightly know yet. See, she didn't come down to make breakfast this morning. That's when it all started. She's never a minute late, not even a minute. Then I remembered what I heard.
What was that?
Like she were calling out. But I thought I was dreaming because it was middle of the night. So I woke up and I listened. It all went quiet. So I didn't do nothing. Wish I had now, though.
Benny, there you are.
Oh,
Listen,
hang on,
Benny.
hang on.
Go on.
Go on, mate.
So then I told Mr. Hopkins, he one of the other lodgers. But I thought, like, he went into a room. There she was asleep.
Nothing wrong with that, is there? You've been asleep this
hang
morning.
on. Go on, Benny.
She just wouldn't wake up.
Well, how ill is she, then?
She's dead. Said I was gonna have to find another room, didn't I? Now I know why.